Hey folks, Jim and Leila here for episode 206 of Geeking Out. We are here with just a couple comic reviews. It's a pretty small week this week, but we have some exciting news to start off the broadcast with. Joss Whedon is back as director and writer for Avengers 2.
Yay!
Woohoo! Oh, they couldn't make a better choice.
Yes, thank goodness.
Oh God, thank God.
Yes, it's very exciting. So.
As well, he's also going to produce a TV series for ABC based in the Marvel Universe, so that should be interesting to say the least.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy guy. Very busy.
Especially considering he's still going to do another Dr. Horrible, and
which I can't wait for.
Well, yeah.
Love it.
Love.
Yes.
But anyway, that's our big bit of news to start off the show. Let's get to some comic book reviews, shall we?
Alright, first up from Marvel, we've got Gambit #1. So Gambit is Marvel's premier thief, if you didn't know. And he sets his sight on his biggest score yet, the vault of supervillain backer by Raw Sitch. So he gets a little bit more than he bargained for when he gets into this guy's vault. You know, he's the guy that, you know, when supervillains need money to fund their schemes, he's the one that helps them out. And then when they fail, he gets to keep all of their super toys. So this is the vault that he's kept in. So Gambit's broken in there and found something that's going to give him a run for his money. This was just okay for me, though. The story doesn't really grab you until, like, really close to the end. And just when it's getting kind of interesting, and only kind of, that's when the book is over. And it just wasn't interesting enough for me of a cliffhanger to say, yeah, I need to read #2. So I don't know where this book kind of leaves me, which is kind of sad because I kind of like Gambit. But maybe this is why a lot of books just based on him have never really worked. I don't know.
What is this, volume 4?
Probably, yeah. They keep trying to do this, right? So this is another attempt.
Really
and
taken off anywhere.
No, it never has. And he doesn't even use his powers like once in here. So that was the other thing that I was like, really? Okay. So, and mainly the art wasn't my favorite kind of style. It's, you know, it's accomplished and well done. It's just a taste thing here. So, I mean, I don't think that would throw off most people other than me. If you like Gambit, maybe you're going to like this. Although, like I said, he's not very Gambit-ish yet in this issue.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. But, you know, there you go. You know, I guess if we want to keep seeing these, you have to support it. So go out and buy it just for that if you want to see more Gambit stories.
No, that is if you're a Gambit fan.
If you're a Gambit fan.
Alright, next up we have Godzilla, the Half-Century War, #1, written and drawn by James Stokoe, who did Orkstein for Image. And in this one, it's 1954, and Lieutenant Oda Murakami and his pal Kentaro are on hand to witness Godzilla make his first attack on Japan. Oda must make a desperate gamble to save lives, and in the process, he begins an obsession that will last 50 years.
Cool.
Wow. Yeah. This book is beautifully done.
Because there's a lot of Godzilla books out there right now, right? So
all crap compared to this.
Okay.
Quite honestly, this is probably the best Godzilla book I have ever read. Since at least the Randy Stradley years and Arthur Adam years at Dark Horse. This is just beautifully done. This is almost a Katsuhiro Otomo style of art from Stokoe here. It looks almost Akira-ish with the giant buildings and Godzilla and everything, and it really works.
Awesome.
This is like an action film come to life.
That's cool. So finally, a good Godzilla book. For my
It's a really fantastic Godzilla book with characters you actually get to care about, and situations you're like, oh crap, how is he going to get out of this situation?
Yeah.
Because, wow, just the stuff that they put these two guys through in this first book is amazing. It's like, oh, well, we escaped Godzilla once. Oh, there's a building about to fall on top of us. Yeah. This is a lot of fun. This is simply a fantastic Godzilla book. The art is simply gorgeous. And Stokoe here did a fantastic job. He really understands what Godzilla is, and also the human element that is also needed for a good Godzilla story.
Yeah, you need to have
So, fantastic job, Stokoe. I cannot wait to read the rest of this series. This is fantastic, and if you're a Godzilla fan, check this one out. It's simply wonderful.
Okay, next up we've got Archerr and Armstrong #1. This will sound familiar to some people, because if you've been reading comic books for a while, you're like, hey, wasn't that series out before from Valiant? Well, yes, it's been rebooted.
Just like everything else at Valiant's been rebooted.
Yes.
How long will it last this time?
Who knows? Although I did enjoy Bloodshot. I thought Bloodshot was good. But anyways, back to Archerr and Armstrong. So in this one, Obadiah Archerr has been sent to New York City on a mission to kill
What is with everyone using the name Obadiah lately?
I know, it's a thing. To kill he who is not to be named.
Voldemort?
No, not that one. But taking his target out, a 10,000-year-old immortal known as Armstrong will not be easy, and Archer's beliefs will be rocked to the core as the pair stumble onto a centuries-old conspiracy. So I liked this, actually. It was really well done. Well-crafted story by Fred Van Lent, who's done some of the Marvel Zombie stuff.
Yeah.
And wonderful art by Clayton Henry. I thought it was just excellent for the book. This is right up there with Bloodshot for me. I really enjoyed it. So another good reboot for Valiant.
Well,
I thought this was well done. So if you haven't been checking these out, definitely I enjoyed Bloodshot, and I really enjoyed this one as well. Exo Manowar. But this is good. So this is actually my favorite book that I read this week. So check this one out. It was a good read.
All right, last up for me this week is a catch-up of a bit with Gold Digger number 140. And in this one, Dreadwing has tricked Wererat leader Xerxes into a pact with him, granting the Werecats enough wealth and magic to become independently wealthy as a people. All Xerxes has to do is help Dreadwing free Serpentus, leader of the orcs that helped make the Werecats endangered in the realm of Jade.
That sounds like lots happening.
A lot has been going on.
Yeah.
So basically, Dreadwing's back after a long time being in an alternate dimension and trapped and whatnot and merged with Peachbody, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Story-wise, it's okay. It's not Fred's best. I know he's pretty much, because we're coming up to almost 200 issues. We're 4 issues away or so from 200 issues of Gold Digger, and it's starting to wane a bit on storylines and stuff like that, but as always, Fred's art really makes up for it, and there is always a lot of fun to be had with the story. I just can't highly recommend it unless you're a longtime fan of Gold Digger, which I know there are a lot of people that are, but a lot of people are also dropping the title because it's just really not going anywhere lately.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but it's true. For me, I still enjoy reading it every month, and if you want to try at least something a little bit different than your standard comic, check it out. It's still a lot of fun, and it'll still be going for a few more years at least.
And last for me, this is from Dark Horse Comics. This is Creep, number 0. So in this one, a young boy commits suicide 2 months after his best friend had done the same, and the police don't really suspect any foul play, but a distraught mother reaches out to an old flame to look into the matter, a detective named Oxal. What she doesn't know is that he suffers from acromegaly, which is a physical deformity resulting in the brutish features of the face. And will his freakish appearance throw her off or get in the way of solving the case? It's up in the air. So this was just okay for me. I mean, obviously it's dark. I mean, we're talking about suicide, and so this is obviously a dark story, mature subject matter. But it's a pretty gripping story. It's another one of those detective kind of things, and they do manage to really flesh out a fair number of characters right away, which not everyone can do. So
which is good.
I did respect that about the book, but the art isn't my favorite. It does work for this book, I think. It's just not something that it really grabs me. So overall, it's just sort of maybe my second favorite. I'd probably put Gambit at the bottom of the list this week, probably. But again, you have to be really kind of into this subject matter, a detective story, a very dark kind of angle. And if you are, then this might be for you. Although that's not really too surprising from Dark Horse. I mean, they do tackle some fairly, deep subject matter from time to time. So, if you're a Dark Horse fan, then this might be something good for you to pick up if you like detective stuff with a really neat kind of story. It kind of reminded me a little bit, like, not of the world of Sin City, but the whole, like,
Isn't Frank Miller doing the cover there? Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
So there you go. Even they felt like the flavor was worth of that. So maybe that's where some of the feeling of it came from for me. So, if you like that kind of thing, you might enjoy Creep number 0.
All right, that brings us to the close of another episode. Yes, it was a short one this week. We'll try and have a bit longer episode next week. We will see you soon.